Nobody was texting war plans.
It was a mistake that a reporter was inadvertently added to a Signal chat with high-level national security principles.
There was no classified information. There were no war plans being shared.
It's embarrassing, yes. We're going to get to the bottom of it.
Atlantic has conceded these were not war plans.
There's no units, no locations, no routes, no flight paths, no sources, no methods, no classified information.
We got the White House under attack. Fire Tulsi. Fire Hegseth. Fire the CIA director. Court-martial them all. This is terrible. And yes, I know it's not the White House. That's actually the Capitol. But it is the White House under attack, not the Capitol. And hey, look, Elon just left. As the entire world is now preparing also for war. As Brussels asks EU citizens to put together a 72-hour emergency kit to face crisis. This at a time where the left is trying to find anything, just a little bit of dirt on the right. The Atlantic Journal thought they had it because someone added them to a group chat, or a reporter of like 24 people. I wonder what caused more stir, that it was an Android user or a reporter. Being an Android user, that actually hurts my feelings. You guys have no idea. I need this. People with Androids work. People with iPhones, like Kitty, no work. Because I trade every day. I can't trade on this thing. For those of you that came along for the SPY trade, 200-day moving average, I said it would get rejected. Hopefully you guys took profit. Still in the SPY trade, digits still going up, but not like the one I have in my watch list. Carvana, you guys are up 139%. Congratulations. So my bear market watch list goes up this week. No more $1 for you. Breaking news, the CIA director had to spend the honorable 4 hours answering questions about a reporter getting added to a group chat. The press secretary had to come out, find out who added the Atlantic Journal, go after them, and I think you might be surprised at who it is. So because of all the emails I'm getting, surprise, whatever course you want, $1.99. I'm revamping everything come April 1st. The Atlantic has conceded. These were not war plans. This entire story was another hoax written by a Trump hater who is well known for his sensationalist spin. But let's listen into the CIA director.
You know, there's so much talk about this Atlantic article and about things that were said and that could have happened instead of a focus on what did happen. So my responsibility as CIA director, one of its responsibilities is to kill terrorists. And that's exactly what I did along with President Trump's excellent national security team. That's what we should be focused on. With regard to that article, I also would appreciate the opportunity to relay the fact that yesterday I spent 4 hours answering questions from senators as a result of that article that were intimating that I transmitted classified information because there were hidden messages. Those messages were revealed today and revealed that I did not transmit classified information, and that the reporter, who I don't know, I think intentionally intended it to indicate that. That reporter also indicated that I had released the name of an undercover CIA operative in that Signal chat. In fact, I had released the name of my chief of staff, who is not operating undercover. That was deliberately false and misleading. And I appreciate the opportunity to reflect that my answers haven't changed. I used an appropriate channel to communicate sensitive information. It was permissible to do so. I didn't transfer any classified information.
Democrats, just when you thought you had something, it's like, same thing that goes for like Musk being president. He's not going to become president. And this is actually funny. Unless you're listening to me right now, then you don't know why everyone else just laughed. And this is definitely a channel you got to watch, right? In regards to Musk, what are you guys doing to my Cybertruck? And that's fuel. Here, I'll show you. That is fuel. What if, let's just say, what if that ignites? How much time do you go to jail for doing something like that? Recently on this channel, I'm like, okay, what show is that from? Normally, I think we live in the world of South Park, but not anymore. Today, Kids, it's Fat Albert. Right now, people are like, you can't say that. You cannot fat shame a cartoon character. It's a disability, Bravo, and he's black. You can only do it if you're a politician. Like this one, and she's talking about Greg Abbott, who's in a wheelchair and he cannot walk. If you could do me a huge favor, I'm just gonna ask one thing. Hit the like button. I think it works. I never ask you to do it. I do sometimes ask you to check to see if you've been unsubscribed, but please, I know it's the first time you've ever done it. Should have asked you at the beginning of the video, but I didn't. Need your help, but let's listen in.
Because we in these hot Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So yes.
There you have it. A comedian congresswoman making fun of a guy who was jogging at 26. Tree falls on him. Calls him Governor Hot Wheels. Now, not just that, just a few days ago, right? Eliciting violence, but not just with Tesla and all that. And now people are like, yeah, I think I should ram my little motorcycle into the side of a Tesla truck. Not just that, Jasmine Crockett not only tells you to do violence, she actually does violence.
Hello, Congresswoman.
Horse manure. Well, that sounds like fun.
Wait, Congresswoman Crockett.
But it sounds...
Congresswoman Crockett, you were recently on a Tesla takedown call calling for violence on the 29th. Would you like to clarify your comments?
As you can see.
Congresswoman, will you condone violence at the
I'm gonna go with she's down with the violence. But I don't know if you know this, but these people are kooky. Instantly, I'm like, I need to throw in a little bit of politics to this doom and gloom. Market go up, market go down channel. Also, if you're like, what? You do this, Bravo? You've always preached like it's the bird, the problem. Left wing, right wing, it's just part of the bird. Yes, I still believe, but I want to talk about the left wing and the right wing. And how these people are trying to drive our country into the ground. Those psycho eyes are on both sides. This one actually just introduced a new bill. Actually, two bills, which repeals, let's say you're a minor. What age? 8, 9, 10? You're like, hey, mommy, this thing always gets in the way. Well, we'll remove it. Breaking news, here it is. Thank you for allowing me to go, hey, by the way, did you know they're doing this and they're doing that? And Trump said we may be presenting you very shortly with an executive order ending sanctuary cities. Yes. And the crowd goes wild because guys, if you live in a sanctuary city, you don't want to live there. Well, thank you for allowing me to talk about what's going on in the news. And not just that, you don't have commercials. Just cut to the chase and give you the facts. Quote, it's another day and another disaster by the Democrats. The reality is they have no vision, no policy. They have nothing to sell but hate. As Governor Abbott continues to say, and Americans are not buying it. It's one reason why Texas is going to remain red. Cross your fingers. I lived in Austin for 2 years. That ain't red. If you want homeless and drugs, come on in. Actually, we dodged the bullet on that one. Austin, poised to become the first true sanctuary city in Texas. You too can have one of the highest crime rates in the world. Thanks, Sally. We just need all of this to stop. And breaking news, a resolution has been filed to, I hate that word, censor. I want to say censor, but you can't do it. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett over her deriding, also contempt. These terrible words. Come on. Governor Greg Abbott's disability was filed. Thanks, Randy. House of Representatives. That was yesterday. Looks like they want to go after the Governor Hot Wheels, and I can't use that word on YouTube, and censored, but it's with a shird. And I say, yes, you gotta boot this. This one's bad. This is bad news. Really bad. This one's bad too. And I'm not referring to her hairstyle because mine ain't so good either. But this one has to do with the $2 billion shortfall. Where'd I put that money? She knows. She has backing from the other guy I don't like. That guy up there, Gavin Newsom. Now listen to what her response is. Like, okay, you're short $2 billion, okay? Let's fix some things.
State right now is dealing with a really uncertain budget situation in terms of its Medicaid funds, in terms of what federal funding looks like in the future. Tax returns in your district are delayed until October. So lawmakers are going to have to formulate a budget plan that they don't really even know how much money they're working with. So I guess what's your message to California taxpayers and other parts of the state?
Right. And we are fortunate to have the state legislature and governor that we do. And we are concerned because we don't know what awaits us from Washington, D.C. But that's why we're here now, because the subcommittees in the Assembly and in the Senate that decide the budget that the governor put forward are meeting right now. So we want to make sure that LA City is included in that. We've been working lockstep with the county. The county was here last week, so we wanted to make sure that our voices were heard.
Let me just summarize. Governor Newsom, he got our back. He's going to fix the deficit just like he fixed the homelessness, someone else's marriage, and me from leaving the state of California. Guys actually fixed a lot in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, I don't know how we're going to fix this stuff. And they're going to be like, well, what recession? Layoff announcements. Hey guys, see the little yellow areas shaded? Those are recessions. And this stuff is just hitting the fan. And let me tell you, with the cuts that's happening, Doge isn't helping. I'm down with, because if you hire like, hey, let's hire 500,000 IRS agents, right? How about if we don't? See, that was the Democrats. They were like, yeah, this is a great idea. Look, numbers go up. Now the Republicans are like, we can't afford this. You gotta go. Which does mean we are gonna be living in a dumpster fire, and the stock market's gonna go down. In a recession, no time has stock market gone up. That's why I say, you get in, you take profit, you get out. And you get into some, you're getting out of others, and then you subscribe to the channel, and I tell you what, like CTA exposures to oil is, they have the largest short position since 2014. So keep your eye on that little squeeze. That squeeze is hitting us from all angles, from the Fed. The Fed's operating losses. Everyone's a lossin'. That's why I think you should position your portfolio, not someone else taking control. Do my bear market course for $199, my futures course for $199, and where is it? Go short. We go short. Like on Carvana, 139%. Come on. Then we go long, and these are just, they're short-lived. Get off your butt and start doing something, Steve. Well, thank me in a year from now, a month from now. And this stuff's fun to talk about, but it's not gonna change your life. Well, I mean, unless you're her son, which isn't a son anymore. With that, I love you guys, and I'm sorry that I have to leave you with those crazy eyes. I will see you tomorrow.